Hi everyone, welcome in. I'm Hannah and this is Euka Sessions Episode 1. Really glad you made time to be here today. Feel free to drop in the chat where you're tuning in from. Today marks our very first Euka Brand session and we're kicking things off with your TikTok shop isn't scaling yet, and here's why. So here's what we'll cover over the next hour. Number one, common mistakes we see with new sellers, a simple cold start checklist, and the full 5-stage creator workflow from discovery, outreach, acceptance, content, and conversion. And at each stage, I'll show you where things usually get stuck and what you can do inside Yuka to fix it. I'll also be answering some of the questions you submitted ahead of time, and we'll be also hosting more sessions on specific topics moving forward. So most brands come to TikTok Shop with playbooks that work somewhere else, Meta, Amazon, their own DTT site, and those playbooks don't always translate. Across brands we work with, we see similar 6 patterns that show up over and over, so let's walk through them. 1. Mass outreach with no targeting. Brands blast 5,000 creators, get 200 yeses, and feel like it's working. But if those creators aren't in your category or haven't really converted on TikTok Shop before, those 200 samples just kind of disappear. 2. There's no clear content brief. A creator says yes, the sample ships, and then there's silence, or they post something that doesn't really feel like your brand. 3. No follow-up after the sample ships. This one is quietly the most expensive. You ship 100 samples, 30 creators post, and the other 70 just slip through. 4. Unclear sample and video volume goals. A lot of brands don't know what enough looks like. Is it 50 samples a month, 500, 3,000? And honestly, it's one of the questions we get asked often. We're going to answer it together in a few slides. 5. Being too picky about creator quality while the PDP is still maturing. And this is an easy trap. On Meta, you're hunting for one perfect partner. On TikTok Shop, volume is actually what tells you who converts for your brand. 6. Manual workflows that don't scale. Spreadsheets with hundreds of creators, briefs going out one by one. It's all work until you actually try to grow. If one or two of these feel a little close to home, you're in the right room. The rest of the session is really about working through them together. Before we talk about creators, I want to do a quick reality check. If your store isn't quite ready to convert yet, creator content won't really fix that. You would end up paying creators to send traffic to a page that doesn't close. So there's 5 quick things to confirm first. 1. Your PDP is fully optimized. Images, description, searchable keywords. TikTok Shop is a really visual game, so your images need to sell the product in about 2 seconds. 2. Reviews are live before you drive traffic. 0 review pages are hard to convert and creators tend to avoid them. 3. Your affiliate commission is set and competitive for your category. If the brands around you are offering 20% and you're at 8%, creators will usually pick them first. 4. Your pricing is competitive. It's worth running a quick competitor scan to see what kind of discounts they're offering. And 5. You need at least $1 in affiliate GMV to unlock TikTok outreach. If you're at 0, a quick fix is placing a test order through an existing affiliate video or their showcase. If this checklist isn't fully there yet, creator outreach probably won't perform like it could. Fixing the store first is usually the bigger unlock. Let's make that a bit more concrete. What does a poorly optimized product page look like? We have few red flags here, and this is a fictional brand, but honestly, it's modeled on real listings I see every week. Can you tell what's missing? Number 1, there's no discounts, no TikTok campaign banner, no reviews, and if you see down below, it's very small, but commission is 1.64 per sale, which is pretty low compared to other brands in the space, and no free shipping. Now picture a creator in the affiliate marketplace comparing this listing to a competitor with 20% commission, a solid review count, also a live campaign banner, and free shipping. It's a pretty easy call for them, right? So before we jump into the whole workflow, a nice habit is to look at your PTP through a creator's eyes, not a brand's, because the creator is the one deciding whether your product is worth making a video for. So let's tackle the big question: how many samples do I need to send and how many videos do I need? There isn't one universal number, but there's a way to figure out the right number for your category. The trick is to stop guessing and let your competitors show you. Step 1, you find a competitor with a similar product in a similar price range. And step 2, you check their content pool. How many TikTok Shop videos did they generate in the last 30 days? That number is your category benchmark. And how you can do this, Yuka? This lives under social intelligence top brands. Click any brand you see, every video featuring them. You could export it to see the whole video volume or add those creators directly to your outreach list. Now let's turn that benchmark into your number. Step 3, what's the standard in your category? You look at your top competitors. If the leader is putting out 3,000 videos a month, that's your benchmark. And step 4, how much of that do you want to own? Let's say you aim for 10%, that's about 300 videos per month. And step 5, how many samples does that take? Now, ideally, you're selecting creators with a strong fulfillment rate, posting rate around 70% or higher. So as you're working toward that 300 video goal, just keep that rate in mind when thinking about how many samples you're actually putting out. And that's also where Euka CRM comes in. It helps you stay on top of those creators and maximize how they actually post. And we'll get into that a bit. So you got your goal, how do you actually hit it? What we've done is break this into 5 stages. Number 1, discovery, outreach, 3, acceptance, 4, content, and conversion. Now, each stage has its own bottleneck, and that's usually where things slow down. So we'll walk through each stage, what to look out for, and how to approach it. Stage 1, discovery. This is actually my favorite feature to demo, so we're starting strong. Euka's AI creator search skips all of that. You type what you want in plain English and the AI will find it for you. Here's the example on screen. Mom showing gummy vitamins as part of a morning routine with young children, mentioning immune support or picky eaters. This is a pretty long prompt. That's like a sentence you would just say out loud in a brainstorm, but you type it in and Euka searches creator profiles, videos, and transcript, matching intent, not just keywords. And this isn't just for supplement brands either. The same search works for anything: woman doing a skincare routine in natural light, whatever your category, you describe your dream creator in a sentence and the AI will pull out it for you. Then you can layer filters on top. So GMV tier from L0 through L7, follower count, gender, language, product category, and posting rate. Want Spanish-speaking creators, female creators at L3 or above, and posting rate 70% or higher, you just add those filter into your search and it will be there. Once you have your list, after you type it in the AI creator search, you can quickly click into any creator and get a sense of their performance. For example, on the right, this creator has 107K followers, 74,000 GMV, and 4.9 PPS, and a 30-day GMV trend line. You could immediately see how they're trending, whether they're growing or slowing down. The other half of discovery, the first stage, is social intelligence, and this is your competitor layer. On the left, you can pull up any category, health, beauty, home, whatever fits your brand, and see ranks ranked by total sales and last 30-day sales. You click into a brand and you can see all the videos they've been featured, and most importantly, who's actually driving those sales. And from there, you can filter out the top creators, add them into your list, and send outreach all in one flow. And this honestly replaces tools like Fastmoss or Calidata because everything lives in one place, so you're not exporting lists or switching tabs. You find the creators, add them to a list, and move straight into outreach. This is the other side of social intelligence, less about who to target, but more about what to say. On the left, you can see the top performing hooks and selling points across leading brands and actually use those directly in your creative briefs to stay aligned on what's working. On the right bottom, you can also select your product and view trending videos in your category, so you're constantly finding new content angles to share with your creators. Quick pivot before we leave discovery. While your PDP is still maturing, top creators can be harder to convert through just free samples alone. They're getting a lot of inbound and they're selective. So a simple way to think about it is use free samples to drive volume and paid collaborations to secure quality. And Euka gives you 2 ways to do that. Number 1, creator menu. You handpick specific creators by category and GMV tier and send direct invites. 2 is creator marketplace. You post a campaign and creators will apply and you approve the ones you want. This lets you start working with proven creators earlier while your PDP and organic pipeline continue to build. And I'll show you what each feature looks like. Here's what creator menu looks like. You can filter by category, filter by GMV tier, and on the left you can see that pricing is right on each creator's card, rate for 1 video, 5, and so on. On the left is the invite flow. When you click invite, you can set the number of videos, your offer, add a message, and attach your contract if needed, and send. It's a clean way to lock in proven creators while the rest of your program is still building. Creator Marketplace is the other path. Nice if you're not sure which specific creators you want. You launch a paid collab campaign, it goes live to 30,000 verified creators, and they will apply to you. Setup takes about 5 minutes, and each creator proposes their own rate so you get the real marketing pricing for your category. Think of it as a way to test the waters without pre-committing. Now we're at stage 2, which is outreach. You've built your list from AI creator search and social intelligence, and now you've got to reach them, not one by one, but at a scale. And Euka's target collaboration agents send invites to your saved list in bulk. If we take a look at the example, It says the agent is targeting a list called L3 plus woman creators running on a treadmill at the gym, and there's 8,000 plus creators. You click on a list, one campaign, and it runs. And here's something that's different from most affiliate platforms. Normally, if you send 1,000 creators and only 500 accept, you're stuck. You have to rebuild the campaign to follow up with the rest. But on Euka, you just duplicate the agent, tweak your message or commission, and resend. The system automatically excludes the one who already accepted and only targets the rest. So that's what makes A/B testing actually doable. You could see in A and B, they're using different hooks, different first 40 characters. And you can compare request rate on the right side by side with your messages. Since we covered a lot, let's pause and answer a question that we received from you. What is the best Euka strategy when you're limited to reaching a maximum of 2,000 creators per week? I'll walk you through it on the next slide. When you hit TikTok's weekly outreach limit, you can layer in creator email campaigns within Euka. You'll be able to send email plus target collaboration, so creators receive both your message and a TikTok Shop collaboration invite link. Great thing about this is that you can also connect your custom domain and Gmail account. This way you can expand beyond the 2,000 weekly cap and drive more sample requests overall. Outreach is running, creators are requesting samples, next bottleneck is approval. Approving everyone isn't ideal. Some creators may be posting mostly AI content, have low posting rates, or just not fit your category. And approving blindly can eat your sample budget without much return. Euka gives you two paths here, manual and auto. On the manual side, you stay in control. You can filter at the top as you see by the first-time requesters or requests that are about to expire and review accordingly. And on the right top, you can see that you can also archive a creator without rejecting them, so you keep the door open without committing right away. While you're reviewing your sample requests, you can actually click into any creator and quickly check their profile. You can also filter the whole sample request page by your GMV for your brand. So if you only want to approve creators who have already converted for you, you can do it with a filter easily. And once volume picks up, you can move into auto approval. You set your criteria, GMV, post rate, PPS, and the system will handle approvals for you. You can also control it with product level rules and daily or weekly limits. So you're only approving creators who meet your standard and it saves you a lot of time. So here you could add your GMV last 30 days over the 2,000, post rate over 70%, and PPS over 4. So now we're at content stage 4. This is where a lot of brands quietly lose the most value. A creator accepts, the sample ships, and then nothing. There's no brief, no follow-up. If even 60% don't post, that's a big chunk of your sample budget gone. So Euka's Creator CRM will help you stay on top of this with a few automation. First, tracking. You can see exactly where every creator is, samples shipped, content pending or posted all in one place. Second, timing your brief. As soon as a sample is marked as shipped, you can trigger a segment and send your creative brief at the right moment. Third, re-engagement. You can follow up with creators who are still pending or who only posted once and bring them back into the pipeline. Let's answer one of the questions that we also received. Then how do you motivate creators to constantly post in an affiliate-only model, including those who've received products or only posted once? So first, you give them something timely to talk about. If you have campaigns or discounts coming up, like the upcoming Mother's Day or Memorial Day, you can share that. Creators are much more likely to post when there's like a clear reason their content will convert, so they could add those discounts to their new video in their hook or CTA. Second, you follow up right away and show intent. As soon as they post, you continue the conversation, you request spark codes so it signals that you're actively looking to push their content further. And third, you bring them into your ecosystem. You invite them into a Discord or community, and that's how you turn one-time posts into ongoing creators who keep coming back. Let's zoom into the brief, because this is what turns a video into the right video. Euka's dynamic brief uses your top performing content to generate guidelines for creators, and there are 4 simple parts. First, your core selling points. Keep it simple and easy to say. If it's too technical, creators won't be able to use it. Second, your do's and don'ts, what they can say and what they should not. Especially this is important for brands like supplements, skincare, or food. Third, you reference content. You attach and show your best performing videos so creators can see what's actually working. And the key part is that it updates over time. As new content performs well, your brief automatically gets better. One layer deeper, you got the videos posting and some are actually hitting. But what do you do with the winners? You can actually request spark codes from creators through segments, and once the spark codes come in, you can filter by GMV per video and add usage status especially if your GMV Max is connected with Euka. Then in one click, you can apply them directly to your GMV Max campaigns, right here. Continuing on the GMV Max, you can also use content moderation to keep your ad pool clean. So you set simple rules. For example, in the page, you can see that creator's face must be visible, and our AI will scan your videos and flag anything that doesn't match. You can also review those results and remove flagged videos directly from your GMV Max campaigns, and this will keep your ad pool fresh without needing a full manual audit. Now, final stage is conversion. You can easily track your video conversion rate in the Euka dashboard, the percentage of videos that can actually drive a purchase. It's one of the most honest metrics because it reflects how well your content, your creative brief, and your PDP are actually converting. You can also break down this by product in your dashboard, so if you're focusing on a hero product for the month, you can track performance specifically here. And finally, you review your results. In the dashboard, you can see samples shipped and videos posted on the left, and this tells you if your samples are actually turning into content. If there's a big gap between those numbers, that's where re-engagement comes in. On the right, you can also view sample requests, message sent, and reply rate, and this shows you whether your outreach is working. If those numbers are low, the fix is usually your message, your commission, or your targeting. So everything we covered from discovery, outreach, approval, content, and conversion ties back here. Week over week, you can clearly see what stage is leaking and where to focus. And as you scale, your dashboard fills up with a lot of data, and that's where our AI Copilot comes in. It pulls reports for your shop, highlights what's working, and points out where you might need to adjust. So when you have the data but aren't sure what to do next, Copilot helps guide that next move. And that is the full workflow from discovery, outreach, acceptance, content, and conversion. At every stage, there's usually a bottleneck, and inside Euka, there's a tool to help you fix it. Quick heads up on what's next. We will also have an episode 2 of Euka Sessions, and we'll go deeper into engagement, things like contest, challenges, retainers, and Discord. So we'll be able to share an update once that's live. And let's go into one more question that we received. How do you increase posting rates for higher priced products? A simpler lever here is offering commission incentives tied to posting volume. So for example, if a creator posts a certain number of videos, you can actually increase their commission rate. And with higher AOV products, even a small commission lift can translate into a meaningful earnings for creators. So it's something that you can easily learn into. And lastly, feel free to join the Euka community. I'll be sharing updates here for the upcoming webinars, and you can also reach out to me directly if you need any support. And thank you so much for joining.